Baba Shu, the correctional officer, born in Accra, Ghana, a Quranic researcher and a critical thinker based on religion, who does online lectures based on the guidance of the Quran on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok since 2018. In Finland, and 13 years, QBE, in Classical Arabic and MSA in Quranic Arabic. The author of the Refer to the Quran, which helps every novice to understand the steps towards understanding the Great Quran and the guidance of God in it.
Yeah.
UTI Adawa.
Yeah.
UTI Adawa.
Yes.
So UTI Adawa.
Now.
Yeah. UTI Adawa.
Now. God.
Was God a religious person?
Yes. Yes.
UTI Adawa.
Now. God.
Was God a religious person?
Yes. Yes.
He was a Muslim.
No.
So God was a religious God.
But pure religion, Yankopon religious. Your book is saying it. I'm
James
not the one who's
1.
saying verse. But Yankopon religious.
Religious.
Yes.
God. Was God a religious person?
Yes. Yes. But Yankopon religious. God.
Was God a religious person?
Yes. Yes. But Yankopon religious.
So God was a religious God.
Yes. But
That's what I was asking you.
Yeah.
Even that is why the Bible says, let us make man in our own image. Which image? It is the image of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That even before Jesus became a creation, it was because of Nur al-Muhammadiyah. That is why Christ became a creation. Other than that, God wouldn't have created Jesus. Even before Jesus became a creation, it was because of Nur al-Muhammadiyah. That is why Christ became a creation. Other than that, God wouldn't have created Jesus. Inshallah, it is important to know that when Allah wanted to begin his creations, when there was nothing in nothing, then he has not created the heavens, the earth, everything in everything. That is Hayatul Yahutu. That is when Allah Azza wa Jalla removed his light. When he removed his light, and then he used the light to create Muhammad. That is why he's called the Nurullah in Quran 5 verse 15. He's mentioned as Nurullah. Then this light is divided into four. Now, when the light was divided into four, then they use one to create the tablet and the pen, Lawhil Mahfuz, and then the kalam. Then Allah commanded the kalam to create, to write everything that will happen on the face of this planet. Now, after that, they use the other light to create the arsh of Allah. The arsh of Allah. The arsh of Allah is bigger than everything, even the kursi. Then the other light was used to create the angels who are carrying the light of Allah. Then this light is left with one. Then it is also divided into four. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Peace be upon you all. This is Baba Shu, the correctional officer. AKA the nightmare of the Mushriks. The Mushriks will say, hey, I and whoever follows me, and glory be to Allah, for I am not among the Mushriks. You know them already, right? The Sunnis, the Shias, the Tijaniyas, Ahmadiyas, they are the Mushriks, whether you like it or not. And I tell you, let them confront me. I'll prove it to them. They are Mushriks, to be honest. So today, I'm going to deal with the Mushrik of the man. This guy I'm going to deal with is from Ghana. Now, people will say, Baba Shu, we have seen a lot of videos of people doing rebuttals against you, but it seems you don't respond to all of the videos. The reason why I don't respond to every video I see concerning the rebuttals is, number one,
I need to check the caliber of person doing the video against me. Number two, I need to see how much following that person has, because the reason is when a person has a large fan base, whatever he says, those people will take that as the truth. We understand it has an impact. So I have to pay attention to that. When somebody has an audience, don't take that person for granted. Like, don't think he's just saying things out of nothing. No, you have to pay attention because he has a large following. So sometimes there's something we call defamation. And most of the times, the people you see doing rebuttals against me, what they are doing is what we call defamation. I can decide to sue them and terminate their livelihood or their career. But sometimes I just look at the videos and I'm like, let them go. Like, let them do it, because they have a minority or that they have a small fan base. But the ones who have the large fan base that I'm dealing with, number one, in order to deal with them legally by lawsuits, in the first place, I have to make a video and throw it back so that they should know that I know what I'm doing and I can also throw it back to them. So I have to deal with that means first. It is only when they start doing that dirty game of accusations, slander, just like this guy I'm going to deal with. He's doing a slander against me, right? He's slandering me. So he uses false accusations. He even calls me a spy. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought if they call me 50 Cent, it's okay. So now they go to the extent to call me a spy. A spy. A spy for what? So what baffles me is when these people have this large following and they start using such words. Remember, most of the people are sheeple. Remember that. Always put that at the back of my mind. Like, most of the people are sheeple. So when the sheeple fans get to hear such a person, number one, when they check his mass following, they think based on the following or the followers or the subscribers, they think that kind of person has credibility and what he's saying is, tangible or the truth. And you know how most people don't like to investigate things. Quran chapter 49 verse 6, it says, when an immoral person brings you an information, what you need to do is to investigate, to ascertain. Fatabayyanu. You have to investigate. But what you realize is most people don't investigate. They just go on and take up what other people say about certain personalities. And you see that happening on social media everywhere, right? Don't you see that happening? So the reason why certain videos I need to respond to and certain videos I don't need to respond to is what I just explained, right? So some of the people, when they try to do rebuttal, be rest assured, I'm not going to waste my time to answer. Then there are other people, when they do rebuttals, yes, I need to answer because of the large following they have, so that the wise people among the large followers will now wake up. You understand? From the slumber. So I played this comedian. In the beginning, I played his video. You can see that I have videos where I've been saying that ever since God guided me, no wise person on earth has ever insulted me. It's a fact. You check around you. Ever since God guided me, right? I became Baba Shu, correctional of. Look, no wise person on earth has ever insulted me. So when you find people doing videos and insulting me, there is something wrong. It means some of the wires has been touched somewhere. I don't know, maybe in the networking area, or you understand? Because based on what is the person insulting Baba Shu? Based on what? So the best they can say is he's crazy, he's a madman. I told you already, right? Just my recent video. So let me play that recent video. I already explained to you. So come, let's have intellectual battle. Mushriks, I don't know why you guys are scared. And that is why Baba Shu, I keep throwing the challenge out there. The best they can see, he's a madman, he's crazy. But why are you offended when a madman is speaking? You say Baba Shu is crazy, or he's a lunatic, don't mind him, but you are offended. So if a madman speaks and you are offended, what does that make you? Hey, these bozos, I will frustrate you, Mushriks. Wallahi, I will frustrate you, Poto. Somebody told me he loves my signature laugh, right? So I need to put a patent on it, right? Hey, Mohammed from God, help me out. I think that signature laugh, I need to put a patent on it, right? So that we have a copyright, the signature laugh, and also the Mushrikenga tag. I think it's boiling the Mushriks a lot when yeah, Mohammed, okay. So we need to get a patent on it because the Mushriks are boiling when they see the laugh. To be honest, because sometimes people send me videos of reactions when people do certain reactions about my videos. People do certain reactions over my videos. Could you imagine? We have a lot of people in Ghana taking my videos and doing reactions and telling people this guy is misleading people. So I keep wondering, has this person ever sat down to listen to me at all? I'm misleading people to follow which book? They made videos and they said Baba Shu is misleading people, and they are even calling the sheikhs, the sheikhs in Ghana. They say, hey, where are the Sunni sheikhs? Where are the Shia? This guy is misleading people. Can't you come and respond? Are you scared of him? So Baba Shu is misleading people to where? To follow which book? The last time I checked, you, the BOZO scholars, are rather misleading people to come and follow your garbage books. You said the meat spoke to the prophet. You said he married a 6-year-old girl. You said his wife drank his urine. Wallahi, to be honest. A popular scholar in Ghana. They call him Sheikh Hannes. Yes, he's based in Kumasi. Sheikh Hannes. He said the prophet's wife drank his urine. And people will say, Allahu Akbar. They were excited about it. People don't see things wrong. So you say Baba Shu is misleading people. I'm misleading people to come and follow which book? Oh, guys, don't do that. Well, I know it's never easy to convince the fool that he has been fooled. Yeah, but it's easy to convince a wise person that somebody is trying to fool him. And that is why I tell you, Baba Shu, the correctional officer, when you check my bio on any of my platform, I said, I am not a preacher. I only lecture intelligent people to the truth in religion. That's all I do. So all I need is intelligent people. When you look on my platform, whenever I'm making a video, you see intelligent people, right? And I'm not talking to kids. I'm talking about people who have earned whatever it takes to be in their livelihood. Whatever it takes, they have it in life. So if you think Baba Shu, I just sit here and take people for granted or joke. The reason why sometimes you see me adding some of the moments of being a bit jovial is because I'm in a relaxed mood, and I've noticed that finally people are resonating with the truth I'm speaking. And that is why, yes, I sometimes try to banter a bit, but it's not like I'm here to joke. I'm never joking with anybody's brain here. It's just like I need to find a genuine way of telling you the truth. If you're too serious about everything, nobody will take you serious. I'm serious, to be honest. Have you ever seen friends walking together? The one who is always serious among friends, the friends don't take him serious. They always tease him. They will never take you serious. But one day when you joke, they are like, oh, is he joking or is he serious? They don't know. So you get my point. So Baba Shu, I have my serious side. I have my part where I can be a bit jovial. It doesn't mean I'm here to joke with people. So get that right. So thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, right? I appreciate your presence. So now let's move on with the Bozo. So I call him UTI Bozo. His name is Al Hassan. Is Hak Al Hassan Sofo. Sofo means old man in Ghana. When they call you Sofo, you are an old man. He's not old though. He used to be he wanted to be a reggae dancehall artist. Unfortunately, it backfired against him. So he dropped out of being a dancehall artist. So this guy found an easy way to lie to the people through Islam. So some of the lies he has as a legacy is what I just played earlier on. He wanted to be honest, this guy wanted to be a dancehall artist. So I don't know how he branched from being a dancehall artist to becoming a liar, official liar in Islam. No, not in Islam. In the Mushrik sect. He's a Mushrik, right? In Ghana, this guy is tagged as a Tijani, like I said, Tijaniya. So he's a Mushrik. And the reason why I'm tackling the video, he did a rebuttal claiming that he is going to prove to us that Prophet Muhammad is holy. And this guy couldn't understand the English I spoke. So I'm here to help him out. So before we go to the video, just check him out in order to see that he has some wires somewhere touched. So let's check what he said.
Even that is why the Bible says, let us make man in our own image. Which image? It is the image of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That even before Jesus became a creation, it was because of Nur al-Muhammadiyah. That is why Christ became a creation. Other than that, God wouldn't have created Jesus. Even before Jesus became a creation, it was because of Nur al-Muhammadiyah. That is why Christ became a creation. Other than that, God wouldn't have created Jesus.
Hey, Christians, come for him. This is hey, UTI Boo. Hey, UTI Boo. Hey, this guy. I always see him as a comedian. I've never ever taken him seriously, to be honest. I always see him as a comedian, right? UTI Boo. He had a failed dancehall career, so so that's how he wanted to revive his career again. So he started making videos, and that's how he started with the videos, talking about God creating in the image of Prophet Muhammad. No more Jesus. What he says is worse than what the Christian says about Jesus. So he says, Nur al-Muhammadiyah, by the light of Muhammad. These people see Muhammad as a God. I'm not joking. Wallahi, I'm not joking, to be honest. Hey, salam, Isa Shabu. I'm not joking. They see Muhammad as a God. They will not tell you directly, but he's a God to them, to be honest. So that is the first mess up. And then the second mess up, listen to what he said.
Inshallah. It is important to know that when Allah wanted to begin his creations, when there was nothing in nothing, then he has not created the heavens, the earth, everything in everything. That is Hayatul Yahutu. That is when Allah Azza wa Jalla removed his light. When he removed his light, and then he used the light to create Muhammad. That is why he's called the Nurullah in Quran 5 verse 15. He's mentioned as Nurullah. Then this light is divided into 4. Now, when the light was divided into 4, then they use one to create the tablet and the pen, Lawhil Mahfuz, and then the kalam. Then Allah commanded the kalam to create, to write everything that will happen on the face of this planet. Now, after that, they use the other light to create the arsh of Allah. The arsh of Allah. The arsh of Allah is bigger than everything, even the kursi. Then the other light was used to create the angels who are carrying the light of Allah. Then this light is left with one. Then it is also divided into 4.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is UTI Boo. You can see he was reading from somewhere, not from the book of God. God never said this rubbish, right? This is the garbage books they keep teaching you. They preach it to you. They say this is Islam. They are teaching you Islam. He quoted chapter 5 verse 15. He lied. Let me show you. That verse is not talking about the light being Prophet Muhammad. So this is how they lie to you. They misquote verses. They twist everything. Remember, God says in Quran chapter 3 verse 78, "Wa inna minhum lafariqan yali'una alisinatahum bil kitab litasabuhu min al kitab wa ma huwa min al kitab wa yaquluna huwa min indillah wa ma huwa min indillah wa yaquluna ala allahi al-kadhiba wa hum ya'lamun." They know. So that is Quran chapter 3 verse 78. And among them are those who twist the book with their tongues to make you consider it is from the book while it is not from the book. And they will say it is from God while it is not from God. And they will lie about God while they know. You understand? So when you ask these bozos this kind of question, where are you getting all this nonsense or rubbish, trash from? Then they will say, oh, it's coming from the prophet. He's coming from the hadith of the prophet. He's coming from the inspirations and, hey, bozos. So UTI Boo, first of all, let's deal with you here. So this is the verse on the screen. God says, Ya alal kitab, kad ja'akum rasuluna yubayyinu lakum kathiran mimma kuntum tukhfuna min al-kitab. Then he says, wa yahfu an kathir. Then he says, kad ja'akum min Allahi nurun wa kitabun mubin. We are going to see what God is talking about. Then you go to verse 16. Yahdi, then God says, bihi. It's a masculine pronoun. In Arabic, we say damir, which is a pronoun. So that damir used there is bihi. God didn't say yahdi bihima. Right? For those who check one of my videos where I spoke about obey God and obey the messenger, I spoke about hendiades. There's a word in English we call hendiades, right? You can look it up. Now, and Quran has used this a lot to address to two things at the same time, right? So God says, Yahdi bihi lahu mani taba'a ridwanahu subul salam. So it says, by which God guides those who follow his approval to the ways of peace. But start from verse 5, chapter 5, verse 15. He says, O people of the book, our messenger has come to you to clarify to you much of what you have concealed of the book, while overlooking much. Then he says, there has come to you from God, a light and a clear book. Now, this guy says the light is Muhammad, which is a lie. I'm going to show you why he's lying. So after God says a light and a clear book, because the light is found in the book. And I'll give you the evidence from the Quran. Remember, the Quran is its own tafsir. Quran chapter 10, verse 37. God says, وما كان هذا القرآن أن يفترى من دون الله ولكن تصديق الذي بين يديه وتفصيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين. That is the purpose of the Quran in the first place, right? So it is not a book. It is not the Quran cannot be invented by other than God. However, it is a confirmation of what was before it and an elaboration of the Al-Kitab. So Quran's duty is to elaborate the Al-Kitab. So now, then God says, this clear book God is talking about, that is where you find the nur, the lights. So God says, by which God guides those who follow his approval to the ways of peace and brings them out of the darknesses into the light. Do you see? Okay. Then he says, by his permission, and guides them to a straight path. So let's see what God has made the light. So if I take you to Quran chapter 42, verse 52, see what God used to make the light. You find it in the book. Okay. So God says in Quran chapter 42, verse 52, unfortunately for those on TikTok, you will not see the screen. But when you rewatch the video on Facebook and YouTube, you get it, right? So God says, وَكَذَلِكَ أَوْهَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ. Then he says, رُوحًا مِنْ أَمْرِنَا Ma kunta tadri mal kitab wala iman. Then God says, listen what God says. Walakin ja'alnahu nuran nahdi bihi man nashaw min ibadina. Wa innaka latadi ila siratil mustaqim. Now, what these mushriks always do is, because they take words of the Quran out of its places and out of context, they isolate words and isolate verses, and then they go outside the Quran. Then they'll go and ask Qurtubi. Then they'll go to Ibn Kafir. Then they will go to Jalalain. Then they will go to Ibn Abbas. Then they will go to Bagawi. They go to Assad. Then they go to all their scholars. the ones who do the comedy tafsirs for them, they will go and take their opinions and say, then they will tell you, Ibn Kathir says this one means this. Oh, Ibn this Taymiyyah, he says this one, this says. Oh, Imam Suyuti says it means this. This is what they do. Do you understand? So God says, and thus we have inspired a spirit of our command to you, Muhammad. Ilayka is talking to a second person pronoun. You did not know what the book was. You did not know what the book was. Al-Kitab, here, because of the transliteration, the book, we will fix it, inshallah. You did not know what the Al-Kitab, that is the book, was, or the Iman, which is the faith, Al-Iman. Prophet Muhammad never knew of this. He had no idea what the faith was and what the Al-Kitab was. He never had any idea. But Mushriks will tell you, when Muhammad was a kid, he had an angel came to him, he opened his heart, he put the gold silver tray. Hey, Mushriks. You saw this BOZO in the beginning saying, Nurul Muhammadiyah, Muhammad was a light of God, and because of him, God created the heavens and the earth, and the light was divided into four, and then he used the light to create the pen. Hey, common pen too. They have to use the light to create a pen. Hey, UTI Boo. Okay. So God says in this verse, 42 verse 52, but we have made it. So it here is a masculine pronoun representing the kitab, representing the Quran at the same time, because God uses masculine pronoun to attribute to the al-kitab and the al-Quran. He never uses a feminine pronoun to attribute to the al-kitab or al-Quran. He uses masculine. So pay attention to that. This is very essential when you are trying to understand the grammatical aspect of the Quran for comprehension. Okay, so God says, وَلَكِنْ جَعَلْنَاهُ نُورًا نَهْدِي بِهِ. So God has now made that book as a light in order to guide whoever he wills among his servants. So now when you go back to Quran chapter 5 verse 15, when God was stating about the nur, he wasn't referencing to the human being, but he was referencing it to the book, because the book itself is where you find the light. You have to open it in order to get the light. Do you get my point? Okay, so that is Quran chapter 5 verse 15, where God says, "O people of the book, our messenger has come to you to clarify to you much of what you have concealed of the book while overlooking much. There has come to you from God a light and a clear book." It doesn't mean different things. You find it in the same place. Just like he mentioned Kitab, Al-Kitab wal-Hikmah. Same thing. The Mushrik will say Kitab and Sunnah. Mohammed, don't worry. I've seen your message. Now, let's take, how do you call it? Quran chapter 14 verse 1. Ladies and gentlemen. In order for you to know, Prophet Muhammad is not the light, but the book of God. And that is where you find it. There is no single verse in the Quran where God says Prophet Muhammad is the nur. It doesn't exist. I dare any mushrik out there to step forward. Let's check it out. Quran chapter 14 verse 1. Listen what God says. Alif lam ra kitabun anzalnahu ilayka litukhrija an-nasa min az-zulumati ila an-nur. Then he says, Bi-izni rabbihim ila siratin azizin hamid. Alif Lam Ra, a book which we have revealed to you, Muhammad alayhi salam, in order to bring the people out of darknesses into the light. By now, ladies and gentlemen, by the permission of God. So what is Muhammad supposed to use to bring the people out of the darknesses? Is it Muhammad using himself to bring the people out of the darknesses? No. Because Quran chapter 2 verse 272, God explicitly told Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Check it, what God told him. Laysa alayka hudahum, walakinna Allah yahdi man yasha. Quran chapter 2 verse 272. Prophet Muhammad himself is not the guidance. Prophet Muhammad himself is not the light. You are the biggest fool to tag him, number one, that he is the Nuran, and then to tag him again that he is the Hudan. You are the biggest fool. Okay. Then the Mushrik will say, oh, he doesn't value the Prophet. I don't just idolize him like the way you do. I value him a lot, but I don't idolize him like the way you do out of your foolishness. That's the difference. Let's go back. So the guy quoted Quran chapter 5 verse 15, separating the instance and then giving the nur to Muhammad, and then Kitab Mubin, you put it aside. They don't like that idea. Quran, to them, Quran is not guidance. So Quran cannot guide according to the Mushriks. So let's go. So the Mushrik was lying when he mentioned the Quran chapter 5 verse 15. But let's deal with him explicitly. Let's go with the main issue he tackled. He tackled an issue where I said there is no single hadith or single verse in the Quran or any written manuscripts of any top scholars of the Arabic world where they call Prophet Muhammad Nabiul Muqaddas or Nabiul Quddus. It doesn't exist. Stop fooling yourselves trying to justify that, oh, he's the holy prophet. Where? It doesn't mean I'm insulting the prophet. Use your common sense to understand what Baba Shu is trying to put in your head. Stop idolizing the honorable man. Nobody said Prophet Muhammad is not honorable. Nobody said Prophet Muhammad is not a prophet. Nobody said Prophet Muhammad is not a messenger. We venerate him. We respect him. Quran chapter 7 verse 157. God says, فَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِهِ وَعَزَّرُوهُ وَنَسَرُوهُ وَاتَّبَعُوا نُورَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ مَاهُ. God says, you are those who will be muflihun, successful. I want to be successful. I don't want to be a fool who will be questioned without having answers, and then you will be left with straw man fallacies. Don't be a fool. And this is why when correctional officer is talking this way, you see the mushriks are agitated. Yes, because I speak with authority. That is the difference between me and the mushriks. Okay, let me tell you why. I just read Quran chapter 7 verse 157. God says, those who believe in him, I believe in Prophet Muhammad. وَعَزَّرُوهُ, I honor him. وَنَسَرُوهُ, I support him. وَاتَّبَعُوا نُورَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ مَاهُ, and I follow the light which was revealed with him. God never said he is the light. The light was revealed together with him. Where do we find the light? It's in the book of God. That is where the light is. Look, if you don't believe what I'm saying, let me show you simple evidence again so that you know the light is the book of God. Quran chapter 4 verse 174. This is where you find the light. Ya ayyuhan nas, kad ja'akum burhanun min rabbikum wa anzalna ilaykum nuran mubina. Still, mushriks want to justify the means as if, oh my God, oh you mankind, a proof has come to you, all of you, from your Lord, and we have revealed to you a clear light. They don't like this burhan. In the world of evidences, there's nothing stronger than a proof. Burhan. Let's go. So let's deal with the BOZO. I'm going to play his main video where he said he was giving me a rebuttal. So then we teach him a lesson. Let's use him as a scapegoat. You know, whenever somebody steps on the toes of Baba Shu, I don't leave them lightly. I have to deal with them till they regret ever stepping on my toes. So this is the video. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a holy prophet. Stop fooling yourself by calling Muhammad holy prophet. You are a fool to say Muhammad is a holy prophet. My question to you is, prove to me in any Arabic book you have, your hadith, the Quran, in any book you have, where it says Muhammad is holy. It's not, it doesn't exist where they call him holy prophet. No. So ladies and gentlemen, Did you hear my statement? Like I keep saying, no wise person, ever since God guided me, no wise person has ever insulted me. Because it takes wise people to understand another wise person. But fools despise wisdom. So they hate wise people. This statement I made, it takes wise people to understand what I'm saying. It doesn't seem that, unless a fool would think I hate the prophet by making such an utterance. What I'm telling you, stop saying things you don't have authority to say. The Prophet Muhammad never even sat in front of the people and called himself holy. Neither did any of his Sahabas call him holy. Neither is there Quran calling him holy. Neither is there any hadith book you have that you even classify Sahih, Da'if, and so on, which calls him Quddus or Muqaddas. It doesn't exist. So what I'm simply telling you is, don't try to invent, because your own hadith books is telling you, they're telling you every bid'ah, they tell you every bid'ah is dalala. And every dalala takes you to what? Hell. This is what your own hadith books tell you. Now you have trying to form a bid'ah. Listen carefully. According to them, when you put in any innovation in the deen, is dalala. It's an error. It's straying, wayward, according to them. Now, so if that is the case, who gave you the authority to call Prophet Muhammad holy prophet? Since when did this emanate? When did it start? Who started calling him holy prophet? Or should we go and ask the Arabs? Have you been calling Prophet Muhammad Nabiul Quddus or Nabiul Muqaddas? You'll be a fool to call him that way. I'm serious. And I'm going to explain to you the reasons why. When I say this, it doesn't mean I'm against the prophet. You are a fool not to understand a wise person, especially a correctional officer. I'm serious. I'm not saying I'm looking down on him. He is honorable. Put him in the position God put him, but don't take him to the position God never took him. That is what I'm saying. So the statement I just said here, I said nothing wrong. Now listen to the BOZO.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. You all heard this boy. In this particular episode, I'll be responding to that white guy or Arab guy and this Finland Bodanfo at the same time. Watch this video, share, let your brothers be eyewitness to the truth. When truth comes, falsehood perishes.
So the guy, UTI Boo said, when the truth comes, falsehood perishes. I don't know which truth he's talking about, because Quran chapter 10 verse 32, God is asking you, the Mushriks, the question, فَمَاذَا بَعْدَ الْحَقِّ إِلَّا دَلَالٍ فَمَاذَا بَعْدَ الْحَقِّ إِلَّا دَلَالٍ. What is there after the truth, if not error? What is there again? So which one does the God call the truth? God calls the Quran the truth. Al-haqqu min rabbik fala takunanna minal mumtarin. He says, لَقَدْ جِئْنَاكُمْ بِالْحَقِّ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَكُمْ لِلْحَقِّ لِكَارِهُونَ. Quran chapter 43 verse 78. We have brought you the truth, but most of you hate the truth. Who hates the truth? When you say you are following the Quran alone, which are the people who hate you? Is it not the Sunnis, the Shias, the Tijanis, the Ahmadis, the Salafis, the Wahhabis? Are they not the ones who hate you for saying you follow the truth, which is the book of God? This guy is claiming the truth. When the truth comes, falsehood is going to. So we are going to check my simple argument. I repeat, listen to my simple argument and listen if this guy was able to answer. This is my simple argument. I repeat, the prophet is not a holy prophet. I said the prophet is not a holy prophet. Stop fooling yourself by calling Muhammad holy prophet. Stop fooling yourselves by calling Muhammad holy prophet. You are a fool to say Muhammad is a holy prophet. You are a fool indeed for saying Prophet Muhammad is a holy prophet. My question to you is, now the question comes. Now listen, there is something we call straw man fallacy. Let me put it on the screen for those maybe who are not in that level of understanding enough. Let me put it on the screen so that you understand what is being said here. I'm going to put it on the screen. Here, this is the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, for those looking at the screen, when we say straw man fallacy, we are talking about straw man fallacy is the informal fallacy of refuting an argument different from the one actually under discussion. That is what we call straw man fallacy or straw man argument. So a straw man fallacy is the informal fallacy of refuting an argument different from the one actually under discussion. Okay, now let's go back to the video. Any Arabic book you have. So then I say, prove to me in any Arabic book you have. Prove to me in any Arabic book you have. The Hadith, the Quran, in any book you have. The Hadith, the Quran, because they are all in Arabic. So prove to me your Hadith, the Quran, in any Arabic book that you have. Listen what I said. Where it says Muhammad is holy. Where it says Muhammad is holy. And I use the word Qudus and Muqaddas. If you listen to the video in full, it has a context. Mushriks don't know how to deal with context, to be honest. When they quote a verse or they quote a statement, they will tell you, I'm going to Ibn Kafir or Ibn Taymiyyah or Jalalain to give me the answer, or Imam Tabari to give me the answer. That's what they do. It's as if God says, Atiullah wa atiu ulama. Is that what God says? Atiullah wa atiu ulama. Is that what God said? No. But Mushrik says, Atiullah wa atiu ulama means you are obeying the messenger also. Let's go. It doesn't exist. So I told you it doesn't exist. This is my challenge. Come and prove me wrong. I dare any mushrik on earth. You dare me and face me and show me any Arabic book that you have, that you said is part of Islam that you are using, where they call the prophet Nabiul Qudus or Nabiul Muqaddas. I'm waiting. But when they cannot answer your question, they start slandering. Look at the video. He tagged me as, he said, I am a spy. But at the end of the day, he called me, he says, I'm Badanfo. Badanfo means I'm a madman. That is what he said. He said, I'm a madman. And this is why I do such videos. So let me play this video to explain to you why these people are scared of Baba Shu. So come, let's have intellectual battle. Mushriks, I don't know why you guys are scared. And that is why Baba Shu, I keep throwing the challenge out there. The best they can see, he's a madman, he's crazy. But why are you offended when a madman is speaking? You say Baba Shu is crazy, or he's a lunatic, don't mind him, but you are offended. So if a madman speaks and you are offended, what does that make you? Hey, these bozos, I will frustrate you, Mushriks. Wallahi, I will frustrate you, Poto. So now, do you understand their frustration? Baba Shu is frustrating them. So now they have to slander. You call me a spy. But then you call me a madman. So how does a madman become a spy? Ladies and gentlemen, how does a madman become a spy? How? I'll play his video. He was telling people not to pay attention to me, that I'm crazy. He's a madman. But he had the time to even do a rebuttal against a madman. Ladies and let it make sense to me. I'm serious. Let it make sense. Yes. They told the prophet the same thing. The prophet Muhammad was called a madman as well. This is what mushriks do by nature. in an advent of time, since all the times of the prophet, the messengers, when people cannot face you and refute your argument face to face, what they start tagging you is you are crazy, you are a madman, because they have to discredit your personality. They cannot refute the argument, so they have to attack your personality. So they have to start calling you names. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you understand why Baba Shu I call those people mushriks? Is it becoming clear to you now why I call them mushriks? Because in the history of the Quran, this is what mushriks do, even against Prophet Muhammad. Mu'allam al-Majnun. Yes, they call him a mad teacher, somebody who a learned crazy man. Yes. Seriously. Okay, let's go. Where they call him holy prophet.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. You all heard this boy. In this particular episode, I'll be responding to that white guy or Arab guy and this Finland Bodanfo at the same time. Watch this video, share, let your brothers be eyewitness to the truth. When truth comes, falsehood perishes. For falsehood by its nature is bound to perish. According to Bodanfo, there is no single Arabic book or any hadith or Quran that says we should call the Prophet ﷺ, or we can even refer to him as holy prophet. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And he keeps saying Muhammad like his classmate. Muhammad like his classmate. I've been telling you, this guy is not normal. He's a psycho. And so I tell you guys not to even engage yourself with him. Leave them. Let them do what they want. For these people, sawa'un alayhim. When you anzartahum am lam tunzirhum, they will never yu'minun. They will never believe. Whether you want them or you don't want them, these people will not believe. So it is important we clear these misconceptions to the believers out there. May Allah remove this act of kufr from our heart. This guy is a pure kafir. Without a second. Without a second. This one is a pure kafir. And a spy. There are people who have taken money and have been appointed as imams and other positions. Those who are in Europe knows this. And there are those who, because of papers, documents, are going against Islam so that they can seek asylum for documents. But all of them will inshallah meet Allah azza wa jalla. Can we call the Prophet ﷺ holy or not? What does the Arabs say? What does Arabic books say?
My question to you is, prove to me in any Arabic book you have, your hadith, the Quran, in any book you have, where it says Muhammad is holy. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the English I was speaking? Did you understand the English I was speaking? Or do I need to type it on the screen? Is it the clearest form of English you can ever hear on the face of this earth? Remember, I'm the correctional officer, right? And I say things for a reason. I know Mushriks are watching me every day, 24/7. They hate me so much, they watch my videos. And actually, to be honest, Mushriks are the ones who make me popular. To be honest, I'm not joking about this. They hate me so much, and they make my videos trend, to be honest. He played back my English, and still he went astray from the English. Number one, if you claim the Quran is the epitome of Islam, you have to go to the Quran first. Show your evidence. He couldn't do that. You said hadith books, the comedy books are the second epitome source of your faith. You couldn't go to your hadith books to prove anything. Now he tried to go to some books to justify, and still he couldn't even find the Nabiul Muqaddas or Nabiul Quddus. He just went to somebody's opinion, trying to break down some perspective. He didn't understand my challenge. Prove to me where they call him Nabiul Quddus or Nabiul Muqaddas. It doesn't exist. That's what I said. That's my English. They couldn't go to the Quran. They didn't find it. They couldn't go to the Hadith. All the hadiths they have, that 600,000 hadiths they say Imam Bukhari himself, wrote and then discarded some of them. They couldn't go to all that and found Nabil Qudus or Nabil Muqaddas.
In Lisanul Arab, the tongue of the Arabs, Lisanul Arab, volume 6, page number 168, it says, Muqaddas means the blessed. Ard al-Muqaddasa means the holy land that is purified. Al-Fara'a said, Al-Ard al-Muqaddasa means the holy land. It means the land is pure. And this land is Damascus, Palestine, and part of Jordan. It may be said, Ard al-Muqaddasa, holy land, meaning blessed land. The question is, if a land is considered blessed, how much more the messenger of Allah? In a book called Al-Furuq al-Lugawiyya, part 125, Abu Hilal al-Askari, who is the author, he narrates from someone else concerning the differentiation between tasbih, glorifying, and taqdis, sanctifying, or declaring someone holy or something holy. To sum up, taqdis is not applicable only to Allah. To say someone is holy or something is holy, it's not applicable to only Allah. It's like saying Al-Malik. Al-Malik could be applicable to man and Allah. So let's continue. So according to Furuq al-Lugawiyya, it says you can say Fulan Rajulul Muqaddas. So and so is a holy man. So who is much more deserving to be called holy than the prophets of Allah? If you can call so and so a holy man, according to Al-Furuq al-Lugawiyya, you said there is no Arabic book that says so. So we are giving you the evidences from the books. Let's continue. So what it means is that if what is meant to say that he is far removed from anything that undermines his good character and to describe him as good, but we cannot say Rajul Musabba. It is forbidden to say Rajul Musabba from the word tasbih. That is why it is forbidden. Rajul Musabba is forbidden, but Rajul Muqaddas is actually accepted in the Arabic language. In fact, in Sharia. In fact, the word Muqaddas may be used also with regards to entities that do not even possess reason. So one may say, Qaddas Allahu Ruhu Fulan. Qaddas Allahu Ruhu Fulan. Allah, or may Allah sanctify the soul of so and so. But one will not say, Sabbahahu Ruhul so and so, or Ruhul Fulan. You don't say Sabbahu from the word Tasbih. So in this case, this is a pure example that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us in the Quran, where Allah says in Quran 5 verse 21 that Ya qawmi idkhulul arda muqaddasa allati kataba Allahu lakum wa la tartaddu ala adbarikum fatanqalibu khasirin. Oh my people, enter holy land. If a land which is a non-living thing, if a land which is a non-living thing has been given the Taqdees title, how much more the Messenger of Allah? So it does not go against Sharia. Meaning, Ard al-Muqaddasa, which is holy land, which is the land of Asham, Greater Syria. So it is not wrong to say so and so is holy. No, it is not. Even angels are called holy in the Quran. Let me take you through. Kul nazalahu ruhul qudusi min rabbiki bil haqqi liyuthabbita allazina amanu wa hudan wa bushra lil muslimin. Say the spirit, the Holy Spirit has brought it down from your Lord truthfully in order to stabilize those who believe and as guidance and good news for those who submit. If angels can even carry the title holy, how much more us human, whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَكَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has glorified mankind. So this boy is a spy a typical lunatic who has been paid off by the kuffar to come and be lying against Islam. I won't waste my time on this boy so much. Don't even waste your time listening to him. Listening to him is even kufr. For him to be mentioning the name of the Prophet ﷺ like his own colleague, as Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran, that La taj'alu du'a ar-rasuli bainakum ka du'a ba'dikum ba'da. Do not address the messenger in the same manner you address one another. Don't be, you call your friend Muhammad, Shaibu, you call your friend Mustafa, but you don't call the Prophet, so you must honor him. قد يعلم الله الذين يتسللون منكم لواذا فليحذر الذين يخالفون عن أمره أن تصيبهم فتنة أو يصيبهم عذاب أليم. Allah knows those of you who slip away using flimsy excuses. So let those who oppose his orders beware, lest an ordeal strikes them, or a painful punishment before them. Wallahi, calling the Prophet by his name, like the way Shaibu is calling, is purely kufr. This is from the Quran. May Allah have mercy on both of us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
UTI Boo. Oh my God. But I was feeling sleepy already. Somebody said I should have made UTI BOZO the Mushrik of the year. No, you know, we are already in the middle of the year. It's too early to say he's the Mushrik. It is too early to tag him as the Mushrik of the year. we are in the middle of the year, so that is not fair. You understand? He's the Mushrik of the month. So let's go back. You could sense the hatred. You understand the hate, the disgust, the frustration, infuriation. Like he's infuriated, flabbergasted, perplexed, confused. How will I say? Emotionally damaged. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I know the video was boring. This guy say he wouldn't waste his time, but he took him 11 minutes to do a video. How many minutes? More than 11 minutes. I just put it in the frame where you guys will not get tired, because you can see I was getting tired. I wanted to sleep. Yeah. I was about to fall asleep. Hey, UTI Dawa. The former retired dancehall artist, who he didn't do well at singing, so so he became a Mushrik. Oh, Baba Shu, is that how you are frustrating the Mushriks? I didn't know that my punchlines actually get to them like this. So I don't know. I didn't know. Okay, now let's go back to the video. I know it's boring, but please let's go back one by one. You know what correctional officer does, right? One by one. So let's go back. Stop fooling yourself by calling Muhammad holy prophet. You are a fool to say Muhammad is a holy prophet. My question to you is, prove to me in any Arabic book you have, your hadith, the Quran, in any book you have, where it says Muhammad is holy. It's not, it doesn't exist. Did you hear my English? It's simple. This is the same thing I did with Salat al-Jum'ah. They said there is Salat al-Jum'ah. I said, prove to me one single verse in the Quran where it says Salat al-Jum'ah explicitly. It doesn't exist. These mushriks still don't understand simple English. When I said there is no explicitly where God says you should call him Allahu Akbar, still they don't understand English. They will go and quote verses, and then he says wala zikrullahi akbar, so that means Allahu Akbar. They don't even understand Arabic. Okay, so they will go to the extent to do something like this. Straw man, we call it straw man fallacy. And mushriks are top notch when it comes to straw man fallacies, right? They are very good at it. So now I'm taking the video step by step to expose this bozo. I deal with Siddiq Bozo. This is his friend. So this is called UTI Bozo. So from today, tag him. He's called UTI Bozo. The Mushrik Bozo. UTI the Mushrik Bozo. Because I'm going to tag him like that after the video, right? And these people are scared to confront me face to face. I'm serious. They are very scared of me. I don't know why. They call him Holy Prophet.
Same time. Watch this video, share, let your brothers be eyewitness to the truth. When truth comes, falsehood perishes. For falsehood by its nature is bound to perish. According to Madam 4, there is.
So he says, according to the madman. So, ladies and gentlemen, he said, but down for this is a tree. It's called in tree. That is Ghana language. In tree language, when we say but down for, it means a madman. So now imagine this guy having the privilege to sit down, take a madman's video, and says he's going to give a rebuttal. Let's give you get out of here.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So according to this guy, he took a madman's video and he's frustrated. Ladies and gentlemen, how can you be angry at a madman? Like, if you say somebody's a madman, why are you angry? No, why should you be angry at a madman? Because a madman is not in his senses. If he says things, you don't need to get frustrated. A madman says things, it's a laughable thing. You have to be laughed, just like I laugh at the mushriks. I laugh at them. Do you understand? And my laugh actually infuriates them more. So let me laugh. Laughing is free, no tax. You don't pay tax for laughing. So then he calls me a madman. Let's go.
No single Arabic book or any hadith.
Ladies and gentlemen, when he did the video, did he quote hadith? No. Did he quote a verse from the Quran? No. Where did he go? Somebody's opinion, somewhere. And the person didn't even write in that statement that Nabiul Quddus or Nabiul Muqaddas. He was only giving his opinion. People don't understand what we call opinion. This is zan, somebody's assumption, somebody's opinion. And he, in that opinion, he wasn't even referencing about the prophet. Straw man. English is the problem. If you did well in school, you will not be struggling like this. UTI Boo. That is why your dancehall career failed. To be honest, you could have called for sponsorship. The West that you say they are. He said I'm a spy and I've been paid by the West. Which of the West is he talking about? Is it West of Africa or which one?
Quran that says we should call the Prophet ﷺ, or we can even refer to him as Holy Prophet. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And he keeps saying Muhammad like his classmate. Muhammad.
Hey. So can't I say Muhammad again? He says I keep saying Muhammad like my classmate. Hey, these people.
Muhammad like his classmate. I've been telling you, this guy is not normal. He said,
you've been telling people. So all this while you've been telling people that I'm not normal. But you had the guts to have the time to answer abnormal person. Hey, UTI. Let me find. Acrobato has a different laugh. Let me find that one. Where did I put it? Hey, UTI. Where did I put that this thing? It's called what? This one.
God have mercy upon us. God have mercy upon us.
Hey, frustration, Giga. No. This frustration is too much. UTI.
a psycho. And
He says I'm not normal. He said I'm a psycho, but he has the time to answer a psycho and to answer an abnormal person. Okay.
So I tell you guys not to even engage yourself with him.
So he told you guys, the followers, not to even engage yourself with a psycho, with an abnormal person, with a madman. But me, UTI Dawa, I'm going to have my time for this psycho, this abnormal, and this spy, and this lunatic. I'm going to have time for him. So he's having time for me. But he's telling you, the audience, that don't even engage me. Don't even have time for me. But he had time for me. You see the irony? This is the same thing Siddiq Bozo did. And then at the end of the day, Siddiq Bozo wanted to have a debate with me. Can you imagine somebody sitting out there in the public telling people you are a madman, but he seriously want to have a debate with you? Hey, what is wrong with these Bozos? I don't understand. What is wrong? So now who should we call a madman? No problem. Let's go.
Leave them. Let them do what they want.
Oh, so you are telling your audience, leave them. They should leave us. Let them do what they want. They should leave us to do what we want, right? We said we want to follow the Quran alone for our guidance. So, yes, leave us. Which they should leave us, right? So why are you taking my videos? Hey, UTI Bozo, you are telling your audience they should leave me and leave us. But why are you paying attention to my videos? Why? You and Prince Mushrik and Siddiq Bozos and so on from Ghana. Why? If you keep telling your audience that I'm abnormal, I'm a psycho. Now imagine a psycho saying something and you dedicated your 15 minutes to answer him. Hey, UTI Bozo, check yourself.
For these people, sawa'un alayhim. When you anzartahum, am lam tunziruhum. They will never yu'minun. They will never believe. Whether you want them or you don't want them.
You want them by what? UTI. You want us by which book?
These people will not believe. So it's important we clear these misconceptions to the believers out there.
Which of the believers? The mushriks?
May Allah remove this act of kufr from our heart.
Hey,
this guy is a pure kafir.
Number one, ladies and gentlemen, he said I'm a madman. He said I'm a psycho. He said I'm a spy. And he said I'm a kafir. Hey, these Bushris are frustrated. Correction officer, what is a Is that how much I'm frustrating them? I didn't know the impact of my frustration against them is too much like this. Hey, so somebody you tag as a madman, all these names against one Abba, UTI Bozo. Come on, have patience,
Without a second, this one is a pure kafir.
Hey, he added pure on the kafir. UTI, after calling me a spy, a madman, a psycho, a lunatic, you called me a kafir, you added pure on the kafir again. Hey, Allah. No, these Mushriks, I'm having fun with you. I'm seriously.
And a spy.
He said expired. He said I've expired again. He said I'm pure kafir, but now he said I'm expired. Hey, UTI. Please tag him. For those who know this guy, he's called UTI Dawa. UTI Dawa. DAAWAH. Tag him. Please tag him. Let him come and watch. I know he has a fake account. Normally he goes on people's page to comment and do things. I know him. He has fake account. So please tag him. Start tagging him. It's DAAYAH. So UTI. They are scared of me, to be honest.
There are people who have taken money.
So now he's going to say I've taken money as in terms of a spy. So for those who are watching who don't know what is a spy, let me put it on the screen so that I break it down. So not everybody is on the same level of understanding, right? So now this is a spy. When you say a spy, a secret watcher, someone who secretly watches other people. Maybe in terms of, when we say in the terms of aspect of military, we have spy who can be part of the military, but he's just watching everybody and then either working for the government or something, who is being paid, right? So now he calls me a spy. Now, yeah, somebody tag at Farid. Brother Farid is watching. Farid responds. So like Brother Farid responds. If he's here, greetings to you, Farid. Farid is being a spy right now, right? He works for, you know, the Sunnis, and so he's a spy. So Farid will come and watch, you understand, and then give the info. So to be honest, you know, respect to you, Brother Farid, but you are a spy. So that is example. So a secret watcher, someone who secretly watches other people, but he's being actually, like, you know, told to do that. He has people who put him in that position. So to be honest, among all the mushriks, the only person I respect the most is Brother Farid. Yes, I have respect for him, but that doesn't mean I cannot, you know, strike him when he also messes up. Yes, so he's a spy, by the way. So, but now they are accusing me in Ghana of being a spy. I don't know, where did they give the contract? When did I sign the contract? I never knew they should come and provide this contract. Imagine if I should sue this guy for defamation. How is he going to answer for that? I don't know. I will end his career if I should sue him. But let's take it as a joke for now. So this is UTI. Let's go.
And have been appointed as imams and other positions. Those who are in Europe knows this. And there are those who, because of papers, document, are going against Islam so that they can seek asylum for documents. But all of them will inshallah meet Allah azza wa jalla. Can we call the Prophet ﷺ holy or not? What does the Arabs say?
Now he's going to his slave masters. He says, what does the Arab say? I thought he was going to say, what does God say? Or the list say, what does the Hadith book say? I thought he was going to do that. So now he says, what? He was supposed to say, what do the Arabs say? We say, what does the Arab say? Hey, UTI, Bozo, you left God. You left your Hadith book also. Now you want to go to the Arabs, not even your Hadith, not even Quran. Now you want to go to the Hadith to know if we can call the Prophet holy. These Mushriks, you are frustrated, to be honest.
What does Arabic book say?
He repeated again, what does Arabic book say? He didn't say what does the Quran say. What does the Hadith say? No, he says, what does the Arabic book say? My question to you is, prove to me in any Arabic book you have, your Hadith, the Quran, in any book you have, where it says Muhammad is holy. Listen to the English. Prove to me. It's a simple statement. In any Arabic book you have, the Quran, the Hadith, where it says Prophet Muhammad is holy. This statement is simple, without any ambiguity in there. It's a simple statement. It's an unambiguous statement I just made. I was expecting UTI Dawa, you just come and say, okay, here is the verse. Hey, this is the Hadith. Go to Hadith reference number this. It says Muhammad is Nabiul Quddus or Nabiul Muqaddas. Simple. That is how to answer clear-cut arguments. Don't come and do straw man fallacies here. Correctional officer, I know what I'm doing 100%. I know you, the clowns, you, the mushriks, I know you're watching me. Even though you say I'm a madman, but you have the time. You devote your time to listen to me. I know.
In Lisanul Arab.
So then he went to a book written in the 13th century, right? A 13th century book. And then he goes to find the meaning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the word Muqaddas doesn't mean blessed. The word Mubarak, Mubarak is blessed. The word Muqaddas, it's something which has been made holy. That is Muqaddas. It is not blessed. Look, that is why the Quran is the epitome of Arabic language. If you are going to quote other Arabic books to come and say lisan and Arab lisan, stop fooling yourself. You can't take a 13th century book and then you are coming to do, what are you going to do? To justify what means? Then out of his foolishness, because he doesn't even understand Arabic properly, you check.
The tongue of the Arabs. Listen.
Now he go to the, out of his foolishness, he go again, the tongue of the Arabs. Do the Arabs have any tongue better than the Quran? You tell me. The Arabs, ask them, do they have any tongue, Arabic tongue, better than that of the Quran? This is what God called Lisanun Arabiyyun Mubin. Quran chapter 16 verse 103. Yes, this is a clear Arabic language. That is the Quran. You left that, you go to a 13th century dictionary. Out of your foolishness, you quote Muqaddas, and then they are telling you it means holy. You leave holy, you go and say it means blessed. Bozo like you.
Lisan al-Arab, volume 6, page number 168. It says,
remember, he went to his slave masters. They are going to give him the answer, right? He left God. He left the prophet. I thought they say Atiullah wa Atiu Rasul. To them is Atiullah wa Atiu Nabi. So he left God aside. He left the prophet. According to them, the prophet is the hadith books. So he left the hadith books aside. Now he went to his slave masters to actually tell him what the word Muqaddas mean.
Muqaddas means the blessed.
It doesn't mean so. No. It doesn't. So let's go to the Quran and check. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the Quran to check, does it mean blessed or does it mean holy? It's holy. Quran chapter 5 verse 21. If you go to Quran chapter 5 verse 21 here, I put it on the screen for you here. Sorry, this. Check this verse in Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, verse 21, where God says, Ya Qawmi, what Musa is telling his people, Ya Qawmi, adkhulul arda al-muqaddasata, lati kataba Allahu lakum. He says, oh my people, enter the holy land. Enter the holy land which God has decreed for you. It is holy. If it is a blessed one, God will say Mubarak. Mubarak means something which has been made blessed. So this is how you find the word blessed. Look here. Quran chapter 6 verse 155. In Quran chapter 6 verse 155, listen what God says. وَهَذَا كِتَابٌ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مُبَارَكٌ. So Mubarakun means blessed. The word Muqaddas doesn't mean blessed. Go and ask the Arabians. Where do they extract the uniqueness of the Arabic language from? Is it not from the Quran? So if it is from the Quran, why leave the Quran to foolishly go to something trying to justify your stupidity of calling the prophet holy still? Hey, expensive. Oh, people say they cannot see the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. So earlier on I put Quran chapter earlier on I put Quran chapter 5 verse 21. Now I put Quran chapter 6 verse 155. Quran chapter 6 verse 155. Oh, sorry. This shouldn't be on. Yeah. Quran chapter 6 verse 155. If God wanted to say blessed, just like he called the book blessed book, this is what he said. وَهَذَا كِتَابٌ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مُبَارَكٌ. Then he says فَاتَّبِعُوهُ. فَاتَّبِعُوهُ. Then he says وَاتَّقُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. And this is a blessed book. This, the Quran you are looking at, this is the great Quran, by the way. For those who have their copies, you can testify to it. This is the Great Quran, hard copy, right? Okay. So now, this is a blessed book. It's an object. This is Mubarak. Okay. So if God is saying something is Muqaddas, is different from saying Mubarak. So Quran is unique. If God wanted to call Prophet Nabiul Muqaddas, he will say it. Because if he can call a land Muqaddas, and he never called the Prophet Muqaddas, you should ask yourself twice. Okay. Then we go again. So this guy is trying to justify the word
Muqaddasa means the Holy Land.
Yes. Ardul Muqaddas means the Holy Land. And it has been mentioned in Quran chapter 5, verse 21. That's what it means. It doesn't mean blessed. Don't be a fool. Okay.
That is purified.
No. So this is, you see, this is how they play with words. When something is Qudus or Muqaddas, it means from day one. From day one. Let me put myself bigger on the screen. In Arabic of the Quran, when we use the word Qudus or we use the word Muqaddas, it means from day one, it has been made to be holy. So God himself is Al-Quddus. A spirit coming from him is Ruhul Quddus. He made something Muqaddas. Not we make it. He made something Muqaddas. Have you ever asked yourself why he never called the Masjid al-Muqaddas? He never called the Bayt al-Haram. He never called it Bayt al-Muqaddas. There's a difference. This is the uniqueness of the Arabic of the Quran. That's why God calls it Lisanun Arabiyyun Mubin. God never used the word Muqaddas for the Bayt al-Muqaddas. Or he says Bayt al-Quddus. But he used the word haram because we people made it sacred and dedicated it to God. But when something is Quddus or Muqaddas, it is God himself who made it holy. Do you see the difference? But when we use the word haram, so we say Masjid al-Haram, Bayt al-Haram, we the people sanctified it and dedicated it to God. Just like we say Sharul Haram, the sacred month. It means we sanctified the month and dedicated it to God. Do you understand what I'm saying? When the word Al-Quddus is used, or the word Muqaddas is used, it is only God who assigns that from day one. That thing has never been corrupted from day one. Do you understand me? So we don't use the word it has been purified. No. To purify something, it has to be contaminated before you purify it. Do you get my point? If you read Quran chapter 98 verse 2, it says, Rasulu min Allah, yatulu suhufam mutahhara. Because these papers, they printed the Quran on. I don't know where these papers are coming from. These papers, do you see these papers? They printed the Quran. You and I don't know where the printing press got it from. So now when we write the verses of the Quran on it, we are getting purified pages. Because now we are going to read purity. Things which are purified. But it doesn't mean from day one that book, that paper is holy. No. This is why you will never find a verse in the Quran which calls this book Kitabul Muqaddas. Are you understanding that, my point? So when we say something is Muqaddas or Al-Quddus, since day one, God has made it holy. Nothing impure about it. It is not now you come and say it has been purified. When something is purified, doesn't make it holy. For instance, in Ghana, they sell water. Look, they sell water in sachet, in bags. They call it pure water. They call it purified water. Do you know why they call it pure water? It is not holy. Don't fool yourself. When something is called pure, it means holy. No, they are different. And Quran has distinguished between that. When Quran calls something zakiyah or zakata, it doesn't mean holy. There's a difference. If you call something pure, it's different from calling it holy. There's a big difference, especially in the Arabic context of the Quran. Understand that. Salam, Zamani Badiu. Okay, so let's go. Listen to the BOZO.
Farah said, Al-Ard al-Muqaddasa means the Holy Land.
So he went to his slave masters. He says, Ibn Faraha said. Then he's going to quote their opinion. Listen.
It means the land is pure.
It means the land is pure. You see the foolishness. That is the foolishness. In Arabic of the Quran, there's a difference between Quddus, Haram, and Zakiyah or Zakat. So I'm going to show you the difference. If you go to the Quran, for instance, Quran chapter 18, verse 81. Do you remember the story of Musa alayhi salam, Prophet Moses, with the servant of God, when they met? And then he has to take the soul of the boy away. And then he told Musa that, he says, so we intended that their Lord will substitute for them better than him in what? Zakata, that is impurity, pure. Then he says, and closer in mercy. That zakata doesn't make that boy holy. You don't translate it as holy boy. It's stupidity to do that. To make something pure, it means that thing can become impure. So then you can purify it. That's why we people, we can purify ourselves. But since day one, we are not holy since day one. But we can try to be in the state of holiness, but we are not holy. Are you getting my logic here? Okay. Now, Quran chapter 19, verse 12. God spoke about Yahya. Oh, John, he was talking about to Zechariah concerning his son. And he told him he would have a boy. Now, after he had a boy, this is what God is saying about Yahya. Oh, John, take the book with strength. And we gave him judgment and as a youth. Then God says, and as affection from us and zakata, that is purity. And he was pious. So the word zakata here doesn't mean holy. You can decide to purify yourself from the sins you have done before, but it doesn't make you holy. It doesn't make you kuddus or muqaddas. There's a difference. Okay. Now, when you go to Quran chapter 4, verse 49, let me put it on the screen so that you see what God says. Quran chapter 4, verse 49 here. Quran chapter 4, verse 49. God says, Alam tara ila allazina yuzakkuna anfusahum balillahu yuzakki man yashau wala yuzlamuna fatila. So God says, have you not noticed those who claim purity for themselves? Rather, God purifies whomever he wills and does not wrong as much as a wick, W-I-C-K. Right? It doesn't wrong you, even the slightest of small things. It will not wrong you with that. So now, we have people claiming purity. That, hey, I'm a pure person. No, don't claim purity. It's against God. God says, don't claim purity for yourself. But yes, we can try ourselves to become purified. We can work towards becoming pure. But you can never become holy because you have been corrupted from the day one. You've been in darkness from day one before God gave you guidance. So you are not holy. You can never be holy. Yes, you can try to be in the state of holiness, to sanctify yourself, but you can still never be holy. You've been contaminated already from day one. So now, again, Quran chapter 53, verse 32. In Quran chapter 53, verse 32, God says, so do not claim purity to yourselves. He is aware of whoever is pious. So now, if you take Quran chapter 53, verse 32, you can see in the same verse, God is using the word purity, claiming purity, and using the word pious. Now, he similarly used the word for John the Baptist. Quran chapter 19, verse 13, he mentioned the word purity there, and he mentioned pious, because you have to purify yourself from your sins in order to become pious. So that is why God gave you this Quran, the book, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, so that you can purify yourself. Are you getting my point? So when we say zakiyah or zakata, It's pure. It doesn't mean holy. There's a difference. These guys don't understand Arabic. So you think there's little Arabic they can speak on their videos. You think, oh, mashallah, this guy knows Arabic, mashallah, like Siddiq Bozo. Thinking if he can read some garbage Arabic lines, he thinks he's making sense. Okay, let's go.
And this land is Damascus, Palestine, and part of Jordan. It may be said, Ard al-Muqaddasa, Holy Land, meaning blessed land.
It doesn't mean so. You are a bozo to think when we say something is holy, it means blessed. It's not. There's a difference. And then when we say something is blessed, holy, it is not the people making it holy. If something is muqaddas, listen carefully. If the word muqaddas is used, unlike English language, if the word muqaddas or al-Quddus is used, it means since day one, God has made that thing holy. Not us. God made it holy. So it is only God in his infinite wisdom who can tell you this thing is holy, that thing is holy. It is not you out of your foolishness and being bozos going ahead to say this is Qudus, this is Muqaddas, to the foolishness, to the extent you call the prophet Nabiul Qudus, Nabiul Muqaddas. Baba Shu is saying, prove to me. Now you are just waffling, going here, going there, trying to find your slave master statements. Hey, Mushrikanga. Baba Shu will make you suffer. You go learn by force. Let's go, Mushrik.
The question is, if a land is considered blessed.
Oh my God. You see how English is a problematic issue for them? If a land is considered blessed, do you see how they twist the narrative? وَيُحَرِّفُونَ الْكَلِمَةَ عَنِ الْمَوَادِهِ or an mawadihi. This is the people. These are those who twist words from their places. The word muqaddas doesn't mean blessed. The word mubarak means blessed. Like Eid Mubarak. You understand? When they tell you Eid Mubarak, it means a blessed feast or festival. Eid. Huh? You ever heard somebody say Eid al-Muqaddas? Hey, Mushrikanga. You lie, you tuli pagiga. The word Muqaddas doesn't mean blessed. So upon all your effort to go to your slave masters, this is the foolishness you can present to your audience. Let's go.
How much more the messenger of Allah?
Hey, you are looking for means to call the messenger of Allah Muqaddas. And I said, Baba Shu throw the challenge again. Please, let me make it easier. Let me make the screen bigger. You can see my face. I'm making the challenge easily. Show me one verse from your hadith books, the Quran, any book, Arabian book that you have, where it is explicitly written, Prophet Muhammad, the Nabiul Muhammad is Nabiul Qudus or Nabiul Muqaddas. It doesn't exist. This is the foolishness of these mushriks. Baba Shu is trying to enlighten wise people out there so that you know them by their colors. These people, they are not befitting to lead you in Islam. Wallahi lazim. Because you don't fact check them. So they'll just lie to you and go scot-free. What baffles me is some of the foolish people out there thinking this guy is giving me a rebuttal, so that means he has refuted my argument. That's what baffles me.
Book called Al-Furuq al-Lugawiyya.
Now he goes to another book. A book called Al-Furuq al-Lugawiyya. Yeah, his slave masters taught him that. Let's go.
Part 125.
Part 125.
Abu Hilal al-Askari, who is the author, he narrates from someone else concerning the differentiation between tasbih, glorifying, and takdis, sanctifying, or declaring someone holy or something holy. To sum up, takdis is not applicable only to Allah. To say someone is holy or something is holy is not applicable to only Allah.
You go to somebody's opinion, writing foolishness, and you think it is evidence and is factual. Let's go to the Quran and check. When we say something is taqdees, let's go. In the Quran, in order to claim something is holy, only God can do that in the first place, to claim this is holy. But when somebody is making nukaddasi or to do taqdees, it means that thing on its own from day one is already holy before you now praise it or sanctify it. So I'm going to show you an example as the angels did it to God. Okay, so let's go. I'll take you now to Quran chapter, let me take you to Quran chapter 2, verse 30 to show you the example that I'm talking about. In Quran chapter 2, verse 30, let me put it on the screen. This is Quran chapter 2, verse 30. Now listen what the angels told God. He says, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَائِلُ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. Then he says, قَالُوا أَتَجْأَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ. Then he says, وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ. Then he says, وَنُكَدِّسُ لَكَ. So this is what we call the taqdees. Nukaddisu laka, because God on its own, he's already al-Quddus. He is the holy. So when they said nukaddisu laka, it is not they making him holy. He's already holy. But what they do now is to sanctify by praising his holiness. It's just like the Mushriks of today, the pagans of today on earth. They do it to the Roman Catholic, the Pope. Then they will say, Your Holiness. Your Holiness. You are calling this a human being who wipes his ass, his poop. You are calling him Your Holiness. Hey, somebody who goes to 2x4 toilet and squats, and goes to the washroom to pee. You are calling him Your Holiness. But God deserves to be called Your Holiness because He is Al-Quddus. Somebody will say, oh, but a land was called Muqaddas. A land is called because God made it Muqaddas. Understand the difference. This is where people don't understand this. So if you claim Prophet Muhammad is holy, then prove to us where God called him holy. Is it difficult? This is the foolishness of the mushriks that they don't even understand that they don't have a brain. I told them they need brain factory reset. You think I'm joking? Wallahi, they need factory reset. Come and prove to us where God made it holy, made Prophet holy. Who said, where he said Prophet Muhammad is Nabiul Quddus or Nabiul Muqaddas? Don't quote me foolish opinions of people say, oh, I think this thing, if it's like this, you can consider it. Hey, UTI Bozo. Okay. So apart from that, the reason why God called the Wa'd al-Muqaddas tuha, Quran chapter 79 verse 16, you see God calling the this thing. Yes, Quran chapter 79 verse 16, when his Lord called him at the holy valley, Wa'd al-Muqaddas tuha. So it is God who made that place holy from day one. Do you understand? He made this place, Wa'd al-Muqaddas tuha, he made it holy from day one. It is not the people who assigned that place as holy, Quddus or Muqaddas. Quran chapter 20 verse 12. Indeed, when he called Moses, he says, I am your Lord. So take off your sandals. Indeed, you are in the what? Holy valley of Tuha. Wa'ad al-Muqaddas al-Tuha. Quran chapter 5 verse 21. When Musa told his people, enter the holy land. Muqaddas, it means God already made it holy. Do you understand the difference? So when we say Muqaddas, it is something which God has originally made holy. The question is, Prophet Muhammad, was he born holy? Mushrik, I'll frustrate you guys, Mushriks. Baba Shu will frustrate you guys. Prophet Muhammad, was he born holy? Was he Quddus when he was born? Was he Muqaddas? And when you claim he is holy, where did God call him Muqaddas? Come and prove to me. Baba Shu is waiting. They don't know the difference between when we say something is Quddus and something is haram and something is what how will I say, Mubarak, blessed. They don't know the difference. Mushriks. Baba Shu, the black African kid, is teaching you Arabic for free. Let's go. Hey, Hannah Banana, you are welcome. I see you. Let's continue to the BOZO again.
Saying Al-Malik. Al-Malik could be applicable to man and Allah. So let's continue. So according to Furuq al-Lugawiya, it says you can say.
This is where I felt like sleeping when he was doing all these things, because it's a waste of time. All these things he was doing, he couldn't prove to us where it says Muhammad is Nabiul Quddus or Nabiul Muqaddas.
Fulan Rajulul Muqaddas.
Somebody's opinion saying Fulan. You know, when we say Fulan, it is so and so. So and so is man, holy man. So and so, somebody's opinion. Is he the one who made the prophet holy? Hey.
So and so is a holy man.
So and so is a holy man. Says UTI Boo.
So who is much more deserving to be called holy than the prophets of Allah? If you can,
this guy will still want to call prophet holy.
Call so and so a holy man according to Al-Furuq al-Lugawiya. You said there is no Arabic book that says so.
Why didn't you go to the Quran? Why didn't you go to the Hadith? So UTI Dawa, you of all people, you left the Quran, you left the Hadith, you couldn't prove to Baba Shu where it says Muhammad is Quddus or Muqaddas. Now you went to your slave masters looking for their explanations, their point of views, their opinions. Hey, I thought you were telling the Avram bin Moshes and telling the Setos that you only deal with Quran and Hadith. You don't deal with any other book. So now you have to go to your slave masters looking for answers to justify that the prophet is holy to somebody's opinion. Not from God, not from your Hadith comedy books. Hey, UTI Boo. So this is your response to a madman. UTI. This is how you respond.
So we are giving you the evidences from the books.
Which books? From the which books?
Let's continue. So what it means is that if what is meant to say that he is far removed from anything that undermines his good character and to describe him as good, but we cannot say Rajul Musabba.
His reading is even messed up. It's boring. I don't know which school the guy attended, but
it is for
to be honest,
even possessed.
It's frustrating listening to him. The way he reads, I don't know where he learned his reading.
That's the reason. Oh my people, enter holy land. If a land which is a non-living thing, has been given the Takdis title.
Takdis, who made it Takdis? Is it not God? If God makes something Takdis, he made something holy. That is God. He made it from day one. The question is, if God makes something holy, are the people going to make the thing holy when God has already made something holy? And this is why in Arabic you need to understand words, vocabularies, and know how their meanings are used. Stop going to your slave masters who Tom. They don't know the Arabic more than God. Yes. So listen to what God is saying. Muqaddas doesn't mean blessed. It means holy. And nowhere did God ever say the prophet is Quddus or Muqaddas. Yes, we have rule Qudus. It's coming from God. God made it holy. Wadi al-Muqaddas tuha, where he met Moses, he made it holy. God, he made it holy. We the people didn't make that place holy. So out of your foolishness, you the Mushrik Bozos, stop making the prophet holy when God never made him holy. This is why I call you foolish Bozos. You don't understand me.
How much more the messenger of Allah? So it does not go against Sharia.
It goes against Sharia. Which Sharia are you talking about? You couldn't quote from your Hadith. You couldn't quote from the Quran. You say it doesn't go against Sharia. Who's Sharia? Hey, UTI Boo. Whose Sharia are you quoting? Hey, It doesn't go against which Sharia again? Sharia of Fulan Fulan, Abu Fulan. Hey, Allah, this Mushrik. I will make people wake up and scrutinize you guys. You seriously, that Allah Kungani.
Meaning Ard al-Muqaddasa, which is Holy Land, which is the land of Asham, Greater Syria. So it is not wrong to say so and so is holy. No.
Hey, UTI Dawa still trying to justify his Mushrik ideology.
It is not. Even angels are called holy in the Quran. Let me take you through. Kul nazalahu ruhul qudusi min rabbiki bil haqqi liyuthabbita allazina amanu wa hudan wa bushra lil muslimin. Say the.
You see the fallacy he committed again. He says even angels are called holy. Even angels are called holy. And then he went to call Ruhul Qudus. This guy is a bozo, I told you. Wallahi, he is a bozo.
The Spirit, the Holy Spirit has brought it down from your Lord, truthfully, in order to stabilize those who believe and as guidance and good news for those who submit. If angels can even carry the title holy, how much more as human, whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَكَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has glorified mankind. So
when we say karamna, is to honor, not glorify. The guy doesn't even understand Arabic. He doesn't know Arabic. He doesn't understand English, messing up words, twisting words. Hey.
This boy is a spy.
Now this is where he starts. He calls me a spy. Now this is where if I have to take a legal action against this guy, I'm serious. I'll mess up his life. Because in Ghana, there's a law of defamation. You can sue somebody for defamation suit. Yeah. He calls me a spy. Now this is what they do when they want people to hate you. Now, when they start doing this, they are doing it in order for people to hate me, because the best they can do is to start insulting me, slandering me, because they can't confront my arguments. I'm serious. These guys, I'll beat them with wisdom. I'll beat them logically. I'll beat them with understanding of the scriptures. They don't know anything. I'm serious. You saw Siddiq Bozo, right? The debate is there on my YouTube. Go and check. They are empty-headed. They don't know anything. To them, they think if you can read 2 lines, 3 lines of Arabic language, it means you are good to go. That's what they think. Wallahi lazim.
A typical lunatic.
So he calls me a spy, and then he calls me a typical lunatic. Ladies and gentlemen, who employs a lunatic as a spy? Hey, UTI Boo. The curse of God will find you, inshallah. And then in the daylight, people will see you as rather the lunatic, not me. People who know me, they know my potential, they know my credibility, they know my pedigree, right? They know what I represent. But you, inshallah, the curse will be on you. Wallahi lazim. Mark it on the wall. The curse, broad daylight, people will start tagging you as a madman wherever you go. You marked out on the wall.
Who has been paid off by...
Again, you call somebody a spy, you called me a lunatic, and then you said a lunatic has been paid. Hey. He said I'm a lunatic, and then he said I have been paid. So if a madman is paid, where does he put his money? Which bank account? Do mad people have bank account, ladies and gentlemen? Hey. A madman dressed like 50 Cent. To me, I wondered where these people, which doctor is giving them my medical certificate. Let's go.
The kuffar to come and be lying against Islam.
Hey, so he says, I've been paid by the Kafirs, the kuffar, to come and lie against Islam. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching me for years. Which lie did I lie about Islam? Hey, UTI Boo. So your frustration level, this is your blood pressure. This is where it has gotten to.
I won't waste my time on this.
Oh, come on. You wasted 11 minutes already. You said you will not waste your time on me. UTI BOZO. You don't understand English. You wasted 11 minutes on me already. And you are saying you don't want to waste your time on who?
This boy. So,
and he called me on this boy after wasting his time to go to Ibn Faraj and their book. Hey, UTI BOZO. Wallahi, you are not okay.
So much. Don't even waste your time listening to him.
After letting your audience listen to me, wasting your energy to answer me, you are telling your audience again, don't waste your time. So that video you did, you are going to share it to them. They will still be listening to Baba Shu. Anyway, thank you for giving me publicity. Now, you are not that famous than me. But anyways, thank you for giving me that publicity anymore. Anyways, but you are telling them not to listen to me, but you made a video to give me a rebuttal. So now your audience will be looking for more of my videos because they will be like, wow, this guy has more to offer. Let's go and listen. Because that is the same thing Priest Mushrik did. He made me trend. After when he couldn't come face to face me, he said, don't listen to this kind of people. They'll send you to hell. If you meet the prophet on the day of judgment, you cannot. Hey. Oh, no.
Listening to him is even kufr.
He says, listening to me is even kufr, is disbelief when you listen to Baba Shu. So, ladies and gentlemen, beware. If you are listening to Baba Shu, beware. This guy says, you listen to me talking about this book of God. He says it's kufr. Me calling people to the book of God is kufr. What are they calling you to? He just called you to his slave masters. He couldn't quote hadith. He couldn't quote Quran to prove to you where Prophet Muhammad is holy. But he said, I'm calling you to kufr, the book of God. Okay.
Him to be mentioning the name of the Prophet ﷺ like his own colleague.
I name Prophet Muhammad. When you go to the Quran, his name is mentioned Muhammad. It doesn't say Mr. Muhammad. It doesn't say Sir Muhammad. It doesn't say Prophet Muhammad. It says Muhammad. Quran chapter 48 verse 29 says Muhammadu Rasulullah. Quran chapter 33 verse 40 Ma kana Muhammadu aba ahadin min rijalikum walakin Rasulullahi wa khataman nabiyyin. Quran chapter 47 verse 2 Wallazina amanu bima nuzzila ala Muhammad. God calls him Muhammad in the Quran. What should I call him? Mr. Muhammad? Or Saya Muhammad? This mushriks, your foolishness is on another level.
Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran that La taj'alu du'a ar-rasul
Dua al-Rasul. If you are calling the prophet, he's talking about the time when the messenger, the prophet was alive. People stand behind the house and call him. So they shouldn't be calling him like an ordinary person. It's not about calling his name today. When I mention his name just like it's written. What is wrong with these bozos? Quoting verses out of context. Always.
Do not address the messenger in the same.
Am I addressing the messenger? Is he alive? Is it the messenger I'm addressing now? Hey, you guys are the ones addressing him in your salat. You go to your salat and then you tell him, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu. You are the ones addressing him in your salat and other things. Even though he's dead, according to you, you say the angels will inform him.
Same manner you address one another. Don't be. You call your friend Muhammad Shaibu. You call your friend Shaibu. Your friend Mustafa, but you don't call the prophet. So you must honor him.
Hey, so honor him. You don't need to call his name. Eh? These guys understand honor differently as worship. They worship prophet.
قد يعلم الله الذين يتسللون منكم لواذا فليحذر الذين يخالفون عن أمره أن تصيبهم فتنة أو يصيبهم عذاب أليم. Allah knows.
He's reciting the verses like he's fighting with the Quran. This guy.
Those of you who slip away using flimsy excuses. So let those who oppose his orders be.
You see how he's quoting the Quran out of context? There's a context in the verse, but he will quote it out of the context. Then he says this is talking against Baba Shu.
Where lest an ordeal strikes them, or a painful punishment befall them. Wallahi, calling the prophet by his name, like the way Shaibu is calling, is purely kufr. This is.
So if you call Prophet Muhammad, you call his name Muhammad, is kufr according to them. He said, Wallahi, he couldn't prove any evidence. Misquoting verse out of context. This is UTI Bozo for you, ladies and gentlemen.
From the Quran. May Allah have mercy on both of us. Assalamu alaikum.
God should have mercy on both of us again. He prayed for a madman. He said, I'm a madman. He said, God should have mercy on both of us again. So he agrees we are both mad. Show me your friend and I'll show you your character. He's praying for his enemy. He called me a kafir, a lunatic. He calls me all kinds of names, a spy. And he says, I've been paid by the West. And then he said, may God have mercy upon us again after calling me a kafir. You don't pray for a kafir. The last time I checked, why will you say God should have mercy on a kafir? Hey, UTI Boo. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the comedian from Ghana. His name is UTI Boo. So the reason why I brought his video is because this guy, of course, some of his videos have trended, right? He does videos and only people like him listen to him because the heebie-jeebies is too much. His heebie-jeebies is too much. I see him like a comedian. I never take him serious. That's why you see me laughing all over. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time I had for this bozo, and I address his antics and his stupidity. He couldn't prove my argument wrong. I said, prove to me from the Quran, from the Hadith, or any Arabic book which explicitly calls the Prophet Nabiul Quddus. It doesn't exist. He knows that. So because he couldn't prove, he goes to the extent to call me a kafir for what I said. I don't know what I said, why I'm a kafir. I don't know. Did I say people should stop worshiping God? No. Did I say people should stop following the messenger? No. Did I say people should throw away the Quran? No. But he said I'm a kafir. He calls me a lunatic, a madman, a psycho. He calls me a spy, and he calls me a kafir, and he says pure kafir, and he said I'm expired. UTI Bozu. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm hopping to TikTok. Let me play the last video from UTI Dawa again. Then you join me on TikTok, inshallah. Let's have fun, right? So let me give some shout outs. We have no way, Hannah Banana, the West will never pay people like me. People who speak from the Quran and then through the truth like this. No, West doesn't like people like me. They need people like UTI Bozo, to lie to the people to come to the hadith. Yeah, that's what West likes. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Baba Shu. Thank you. I appreciate that. Abdul Samad, thank you. Rabat, thank you very much. Deaflying Dutchman, thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Let me see. Nara Power. Yes, I'm going to TikTok after this. So kindly Hannah, that the breakdown of the abbreviation, you've done very well. She says urinary tract infection, UTI. Yes, that makes sense. He is that is the breakdown for his name. UTI. He is a tract infection. He has infection is the Mushrik ideology, by the way. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to TikTok. I'll play the video from the Bozo before we go. Yes, Swala Misbawa, I see you, bro. Yeah, salam to you. Thank you very much, Imran Khan. Thank you for the support. S. Faraj, thank you very much. Mark JB. For those who have extra questions, kindly join me on TikTok. I don't want this video to be very long. Please join me on TikTok. Kodo Mapata, thank you very much. Kindly join me on TikTok if you have any questions, then I can address your question. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me play his video before I go. Thank you very much. Peace be to you all. If I didn't see any of your questions, please join me on TikTok. I will have time to answer you, inshallah. So till we meet again next week, and to explain why I couldn't do the program on Wednesday, because I had to be with my kids, right? So I couldn't, they needed to be with me to do other things. So I had to push the program to Thursday today. So unfortunately, that's why I couldn't do the program yesterday. So hopefully next week, Wednesday, you catch me on live, God willing. Liman Imrana, thank you very much, bro. I appreciate your support. God bless you, my brother. Liman Imrana, thank you very much. Mohammed Khalid, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is the kind of people I want. People who use their intelligence to question things and reason and ask themselves questions. That is the kind of people I want you to reason. I appreciate all your support. Lamin Toure, thank you all. God bless you. So let's close down with UTI Bozo.
That is why the Bible says, let us make man in our own image. Which image? It is the image of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That even before Jesus became a creation, it was because of Nur al-Muhammadiyah. That is why Christ became a creation. Other than that, God wouldn't have created Jesus. Even before Jesus became a creation, it was because of Nur al-Muhammadiyah. That is why Christ became a creation. Other than that, God wouldn't have created Jesus.